All right, guys, so in this video, I have with me Amanda Campbell. She is a first-time Myrtle Beach Oceanfront Condo investor. She bought right here at the Grand Cayman. We're sitting on site in the Starbucks. Now, guys, in this video, she's gonna talk to us all about those HOA fees that everyone's afraid of. She's gonna talk to us about the nightmare guest, her very first client. We're also gonna hop into gross rental income, operating expenses. I'm gonna, cover all those taxes, appreciation, depreciation, you name it. We're gonna cover it right here at the tail end of the video. Let's get into this video now. Talk to me about your cleaning situation. Now, when you were self-managing, how did you work that out with your cleaning lady using technology?
So I sourced my cleaner on an app called Turno, which came with the subscription that I have with Logify. So I chose the premium service with Logify. It was a little bit more expensive, but it comes with a lot of bells and whistles. So I can even create an app for my guests to log in with. I can source my cleaners. I can give them access to my to-do lists and things like that on this Logify app. And so what I did was I put out the job on this Turno and I found my cleaning lady. And it turned out we established a relationship, and so we had a pretty regular conversations, and we chatted I met her several times, and she understood what I wanted. I understand what she wanted to do with the place, but it was all sourced through Turno, and all of the payments are there, all of the taxes are taken out, everything. You do pay a fee on the Turno app,
Of course.
But how else are they going to make their money?
It's super easy. Who cares? Yeah. They're making your life super easy.
But the thing with Turno is there's also the additional, like, if my normal cleaner went on vacation, I could go source another cleaner. It's a gig economy app, so cleaners just go on there. It's really a great app. They just go on there and they say, hey, I want to work today, and they'll pick up your job if you want it.
And that's Turno, like Turno.
Yeah.
Super simple, super easy, guys. She's giving you hacks right here.
Yeah.
That easy, that simple. Now, talk to me just a little bit about your personal exit strategy. And I know it might sound funny, you've just purchased an oceanfront condo, but you should be considering the full life of the investment when you make that purchase. What's your exit strategy? You were telling me earlier you're thinking about another oceanfront condo. Kind of walk us through that.
Yeah. So I haven't really thought strategically about an exit strategy. I know that this condo may not be in my portfolio long term. It's very family centric, and being somebody who doesn't have children herself, I would like to find a quieter place for myself and other single people without children who maybe are more interested in quiet places.
Let's unpack that just for a minute. So, I recently saw, I think it was an Airbnb ad, and they were saying, stay somewhere where it's more quiet, basically. You don't have to worry about kids. Kind of walk us through your experience there at the Grand Cayman.
The Grand Cayman is a great family-friendly resort. Even being a single person, I've stayed here for a week when I was getting it prepared, and you can't hear the kids, you can't hear anything coming from the pool. But if you want to go out and you want to relax in the jacuzzi, you're surrounded by families, which is totally okay if you're a family.
If that's what you want, yeah, if that's what you want.
So, but for me, it's kind of, if I want to go take advantage of the amenities, I don't want to have to wade through all of the families. So
absolutely.
Drawing a blank now.
Yeah. So basically, you're saying that you're interested in possibly getting a different oceanfront condo, one that's going to be more aligned with your own personal interests.
Yep.
And this ties back to that original question: am I buying this condo for me, or am I buying it for the money it makes?
Right. And this one I bought for the money because I want to use it to fund one that I want. So
exactly. Yeah. There you go. So, guys, it also parlays into, hey, there is a niche market for single people that want to rent oceanfront condos.
Definitely.
That don't, Airbnb sure wouldn't be advertising that. They're one of the big dogs if there wasn't a market there. So, it might be smart and it might be advantageous for you to specialize in that niche, because maybe there's not a lot of people in our market doing that because it's so family focused.
Right.
So you could go in there, and that could be it's called a perpetuous niche. It's a special niche market that allows you to gain entrance, that you can build up a book of business that possibly nobody else is targeting, and it's only big enough for you. But it's big enough for you to start to build some momentum, for you to be able to, kind of start to spill into other markets. So, for example, you could start here very easily doing a family-friendly unit, build up enough cash, and then go after the singles, and then target oceanfront condos in particular resorts where only singles would want to stay. And then you could build a nice portfolio out of that, having that, and then, you know, there's probably not a lot of people in our market going for that, doing that. So you really wouldn't have a lot of competition on Airbnb and VRBO and Booking.com fighting that fight.
Right.
I'm just saying, you know, it could be a very, very, very smart move. Now, is there a risk in short-term rental burnout? I mean, you going from managing yourself to a property manager, did you hit burnout?
I wouldn't say I hit burnout. I was struggling a little bit to juggle a lot of things. I think it was more because I had a lot of irons in the fire in my life at that point. I mean, yeah. I was working, school, and different things, so I had a lot of irons in the fire. But
burnout. Yeah. burnout. Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily a burnout, but I could see it becoming a burnout for myself. So that's why I kind of intervened quickly and got a property manager. I didn't see it as necessarily a failure or a burnout. I saw it as a necessary bridge for me to be able to learn.
Dude, that's excellent.
To do it myself.
Excellent. So this parlays into the simple fact: in business and in life, you can only do one thing really, really well at a time.
Exactly.
Right. So, you know, and you know, you have to get comfortable with things getting out of balance. I'm just going to be. I mean, I'm saying it, and I know people are probably like, what is he talking about? Like, I mean, how can things get out of balance? Well, guys, when you're going to be really successful at something, it's going to require a lot of focus. And I'm preaching to myself this whole video. So when I start focusing on this one thing, well, it's pretty clear that the other parts of my life are going to get a little bit out of balance because I can't juggle all those irons at one time. But I can do one thing really, really, really well, and I can carry that goal for so long really, really well, and I could possibly build that business up to a certain point, and then, you know, and then put it on autopilot and let it stay there for a little bit, and then work on something else. But the whole point is that for you were able to, you know, and it could be a very smart strategy for our listeners. When you start to feel that burnout coming, guys, maybe that's a good time, even just for a season, to hire a property manager.
Exactly.
You know, they step in, she steps in, she takes over, she runs it for a little bit. And if the arrangement works out real well, maybe you want to stay there. If she's growing your business and it's working out well and you're not having to do as much and you can focus elsewhere, that might be a good fit for you. Or, you know, she takes it over for a 6-month contract, you get it right back, you're ready to run hot and heavy again, you've gotten that recoup, and you're back at it again. So, you know, I think you pointed out a very viable strategy. All right, guys, let's get in unit 612. All right, as soon as you walk in, you are going to notice a refrigerator, closet, and safe. There is a very cool little nook here, a little coffee nook, breakfast nook. There is tile right as soon as you come in as well. You're also going to see a nice vanity with desk lighting and granite everywhere. A tub shower combo. And it is tiled around the top and around the sides, as you can see. It's pretty nifty. As you come into the room, you have 2 nice queen-size beds, great backboards, a modern flat-screen TV, table, AC unit, and of course, your moneymaker. This is what you want right here. That sand and ocean right in front of you. It is oceanfront. That's what you got to look for. And all along that beach, as you can see, that's your oceanfront demand right there. There's the people that are renting oceanfront condo units just like at this resort here. And they are all along that coast. Now, if you look down below us, we're in the little courtyard area here right out front. And that's where the pools are and the showers and the beach access is. And guys, that pretty much wraps it up. All right, guys, let's work through a financing scenario right here at the Ocean Reef. Now, again, your purchase price was as much as $139,900. Your 15% down payment was $20,985. Yes, I do have a lender here. His name is Jason King. He does have a 15% down program. You can get into one of these investments for as little as 15% down. Now, generally, you're going to see 25% down when you call most lenders. So get in contact with me. It's 843-360-1737. Now, again, your average gross rental income between 2022 and 2023 was $30,204.25. Your 3% Airbnb, 3% of your gross rental income Airbnb platform fee was $906.13. Again, by subtracting that $906.13 from the $30,204.25 in gross rental income that you made, it does bring you to a subtotal of $29,298.12. Now, your principal and interest total $10,752. That is at 7.9% interest over 30 years. And again, including that 15% down, your taxes were $1,490.17. Your cleaning services at $120 a cleaning for 30 cleanings have you at $3,600. Again, that can be more or less depending upon your rental strategy. You know, if you choose to allow people to stay for 1 day or 2 days, which could be very advantageous if you're collecting reviews to build your credibility on the Airbnb platform, you know, a lot of times your first or second year, you will allow those shorter stays. It's very smart to, so that you can get a lot of great 5-star reviews and build that credibility. Now, after that first year or two, once you have established yourself as a top-end host, then you can switch that to allowing only, 5-day or 7-day rentals, reducing your cleaning costs. But early on, your cleaning costs are probably going to be a little bit higher. Now, moving right along, your HO6 insurance was $1,000. Again, that's for the internal part of the building. The HOA carries insurance for the external part of the building. Then your excise tax was $313. Again, it's $2,000, it's $145 for the first $2,000 you collect in gross rental income. After that, it is $6 per $1,000 that you make on this property. That is a City of Myrtle Beach excise tax you have to pay for having a business license and owning and operating a short-term vacation rental property in our market. Now, your local hospitalities and accommodations tax, that's 3%. 1.5% goes to the City of Myrtle Beach. 1.5% goes to Horry County. That's a total of $906.13. And then finally, your annualized HOA dues were $9,624. And I will throw out that your electric in the unit, your internet, and pest control are all included in your monthly HOA dues. Now, your operating expense total was $27,685.30. When you subtract that from the subtotal up top of $29,298.12, you are left with a projected profitability of only $1,612.83 after financing, using the bank's money to make money. Now, again, if you'd have made just an extra $5,000, we're talking about as much as $6,408.58 on this efficiency unit that you would have made in profit using the bank's money. That's a cash-on-cash return of as much as 8%. All right, guys, let's work through depreciation on this unit with $139,900 purchase price. Again, being able to depreciate short-term rental properties over 39 years. That gives you a taxable income deduction of as much as $3,587.18. Now, for all of you high income earners, you can do a cost segregation study. Get with your CPA in order to do that. You could be writing off as much as $40,000 in your first year owning an oceanfront condo. Now, here is the moment you've been waiting for. Let's talk through appreciation, guys. Now, if you would have bought a unit in 2014 here in efficiency at the Ocean Reef Resort, it would have cost you, $84,238. Now you fast forward to 2024, and that same efficiency unit has increased in appreciation to a purchase price, an average purchase price of as much as $151,000. Guys, you would have made $66,762 in appreciation if your unit if you would have purchased in 2014 and owned and sold in 2024 based on the averages. Guys, that's over $6,600 a year you're making building that nice little nest egg in appreciation, in addition to the profits that you make on this unit, and in addition to the depreciation that you can write off on it, and the free stay that you've got paid for by the 20 to 22 million tourists that visit our market each and every year. If you want to see the next video with Amanda Campbell, then click on the video on your screen now.